Now, the way to use the bow, because I didn't know this, is you push circle for reload, and you'll get an arrow in there, and then you can start using arrows. Alright, let's get this motherfucker. I want meat on the menus. Okay. Shh. He's down. Let's sneak up on this motherfucker. I wish all these plants were here so I could see. Alright, so he kept running because I was getting closer, obviously. But the problem is I can't see because of all these plants. Alright, for those of you who don't know, sneaking, right analog stick. I only have one more arrow. I gotta make it count. Wait, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, I actually hit him with that. I'm not terribly good at bow and arrowing. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a very nimble zombie there. Oh. Yeah, that is one of the bad things about this game. It does do that, like, stutter thing a lot. I've just kind of gotten used to it. It doesn't really affect my enjoyment of the game, so... but for some, I can see why it would be a problem. Because it can screw you over a little bit. But it's never happened in a moment for me where like, that caused me to die or anything. Every time I've ever died, it's just been, I've been overwhelmed by zombies, or I made a mistake, or whatnot. Alright, so I want to get out of this burning area, because you can just, like, catch on fire in this area. I don't know what causes it, but I've seen, like, my brothers, when they were playing, they would catch on fire in this area all the time, and I don't know what's causing it. Because I know there's, like, burnt zombies where if you get hit by them, you catch on fire, but I don't know what would be causing it in terms of just standing on here. I'm thinking maybe it's either the whole area or just like these wood cinder things. But anyway, I want to get out of there because it's hot, and I don't like my character being hot. My character being overheated is a thing that I deal with a lot in this game, and I hate it. So on the bottom left, if you see that little nose symbol, that means that I have something smelly on me that will attract zombies to me if they're nearby. So they'll smell it, and then they'll come pinpoint me. What that's referring to is that meat that I picked up. Alright, now it wants me to start a base. Now, for the sake of the beginning, I'm not going to be creating my own base. I'm going to be... what's the word for it? I'm going to be taking over something else and then slowly building my base somewhere else. Actually, you know, that doesn't really make much sense because then I would just have to move everything. The main thing I want is I want to be able to have water. That's where I want my base near. Oh, is there a huge lake right there? Because this area would actually be very good for a base. Well, here you go. I think this is where I'll be starting. And then there's a road here. Not a main road, but a road. Yeah, I think this is where I'll do this. Yeah, right here. Right here sounds very good. Look at this. Very flat. Alright, so what it wants us to do right now is to make some wood frames. Now, I don't know if this is the only way to make walls, but it's the only way that I've really found. I think you have to make the frames. Yeah, you have to do it this way, I think. Anyway, so you make these frames, which are just like really flimsy wood. Let me get over here. That was clay. I don't want to make my house on top of the clay because I do plan on... Oh. Alright. Let's get this guy. Let's get... Alright, you guys might think, like, whoa, why are you aiming so high? The aiming is a little wonky in this game. It took me a little while to figure out like the correct height to do it, but that's how you get headshots basically. Yeah. Painkillers, always useful, and I'm gonna break him up mostly because I just don't want his body right here, because their bodies do slow you down. Oh, that was close. Placing things is really wonky, so be careful on that if you do want to get this game. It's not as like smooth and coherent as Minecraft. Alright, so we got this going. Let's clear out some of this grass. I fucking hate this grass. Did you guys hear that? I think I heard a zombie. No? Alright. Pick up some of these. And I saw when I was in the clothing section that I can make a bandana. I did not know that. I really want to do that because bandanas make you cooler in hot weather. And since I'm always like overheating in every game I've ever played. See, like right now I'm plus 10 degrees Fahrenheit right here. It's showing me my total stats for the armor that I'm wearing. See, like I got 9% protection against like blunt and like slashing damage or whatever, 12% fire resistant, I think, 6% radiation, and I'm plus 10 above whatever the core temperature of the place is. So like say it's 80 out, I feel like it's 90 because of these clothes, and I'm 25% wet. So I see this will lower my core temperature by 5. So I'll feel like I'm only 5 above what the temperature outside is instead of 10. See, like I throw that on. I pushed R3 on it for a quick move. And bam. You can't really see that I'm Lee anymore, but you guys know. And actually, if I really wanted to, the hat. Where is it? I'm curious if these lower your temperature too. No. Wait, where is it? Oh, right there. The fiber hat will keep you cooler, I believe. So, yeah, see now I'm -5. So whatever the temperature is outside, I am 5 below that. That's what I feel like. Alright, now, how you build these up? I didn't know when I first played, and I was sitting there like hitting them with my axe, like this, like a moron. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? And then I'm like, wait, I've been playing video games my whole life. You can figure this out. Oh, L2, and that's how you do it. You just push L2 and build them up. Now I'm only gonna bring them to level 1 because I need to save resources in the beginning. Once we get later and we got like a shit ton of food and water and wood and like iron and shit, you spend it willy-nilly all the time. It's pretty awesome. Now it wants us to craft a bedroll. Now bedroll is going to be in basics, and I will make one of those really quick. Now every single time you make something, it'll go to your inventory first. It'll go to the first slot from left to right. So it'll go to this one. It's unfortunate. I wish you could mark it when you craft it to go to your bottom one instead. But you know, that's just how it is. I was gonna make my house go that way, but it does seem to slope, and it seems a little bit more even towards this direction. So I'm gonna sleep this way. Bedroll. Now you can't sleep in this game, so you might be wondering, oh, what's a bedroll for? It is your spawn point. If you die, that's where you come back, right there. And you can do this anywhere in the world. I don't know what happens if you use 2 spawn points. I think maybe your second spawn point, or like your second bedroll, will overwrite the first one, or if your first one, or if your second one just won't work at all. I have no idea. I've never tried. I'm going to get this out of the way, since I'm going to be building my house this way instead of the other way. And because I need some stone and iron. Always having stone and iron on you is very useful. Maybe iron not so much, but I like having it on me for the iron enforced clubs because they are better than regular just wooden clubs. Later when we get a forge, saving up a bunch of iron will be very nice because you'll have the option of making like pickaxes. So this, you'll actually get more material out of it, and it'll go faster using the pickaxe than this axe. It broke. Now I have some kind of like a mini dilemma where I've been thinking about it. Is it better to repair the item before it breaks over and over, or is it better to let it break and then make a new one? Now, I don't know, because I think repairing takes less than making a whole new one. But your item will be better because your skills are better at that point when you make a new one. See, like my durability for it is 4 down there. That's the total durability, and then the bar is how much like health it has left. Every time you make a new one, your skills are better, and the durability will be going up. Like in my main game, I make things around 200 durability now, as opposed to the 4 that I have here. So let's start this house. I wanna build a little basic hut. Nothing huge, so that we have somewhere to call our own. Since I made it so zombies don't run, and I hope that I can change that later if people want to see me playing with zombies running or whatever, hopefully I can change that at a later time. But if I can't, I'm sorry. I just felt like being able to go outside at night and doing stuff will be way more interesting for you guys than seeing me sitting in my house for like the 6 hours of the game that is nighttime and just sitting there and not doing anything the entire time. Alright, like I said, I'm going to make a small house. Nothing big, nothing fancy. I always got to limit myself because I always want to make this big, awesome, like I want to make my, ooh, there's another one of those stutters. I want to make my finished house right from the beginning. Come on. Thank you. But I gotta remember, don't do that. In Minecraft, it's easier to do that, but in this one, it's hard because you have to actually break down the wall again, and it takes forever. But it's okay. Like, you don't have to make this huge-ass thing right from the beginning. That's a little too small, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Hitting the grass can be finicky sometimes. I personally find it annoying doing it. Because sometimes you see it where you're hitting the ground instead of the grass. And you're like, no. Get this shit out of my way. Thank you. Alright, let's make this just maybe 1 or 2 more. And then I gotta save room for a door. Awesome. There's the beginnings. Now, I don't really know 100% how all this works in terms of, structurability, because there is physics in this game. If you break the support of something, it will be coming down. Campfire. That's the next mission we got here. But I need wood right now to finish this base. Now, campfires are your way of, cooking things. And if you're really cold, you can stand by a campfire that's on, and it'll slowly, warm up your temperature. I believe it raises your core temperature by 40. So, it's always nice to have.